Good morning, everybody. All right, so it is Monday. We've got a few decent movers in this market. My favorite one is probably NNDM. You can see this one's gapping up with decent volume from 133 all the way to 223, so up about 90 cents or so. Also keeping an eye on NETE. You can see it's gapping up from 740 all the way to 777 where it's at now, but it went all the way up to 865, and so I'm keeping an eye on that one as well. Watching RCON, you can see gapping up from 128 to 190, and then finally GNW from 487 all the way to 381. I'm watching a few other ones. I do have a watch list. Let me go ahead and put that out really quick. Alright, so here's my watch list for TradeNet thus far. Today is the 11th. Yeah, so today is another day I am not home. I am actually at a hotel right now in Louisiana. So going to Florida tomorrow. And so the hotel Wi-Fi is actually surprisingly strong, and so I can still stream. But yeah, using my gaming laptop here to stream with. So it's not my regular desktop. Alright, so right around Pensacola, Eric, Navarre, Pensacola area, the Navarre Beach, Pensacola area. Yeah, let me know if y'all are around there, man. We can go get a beer, you know. But yeah, so NNDM is probably my favorite one this morning. Unfortunately, it's not tradable on TradeNet, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, Mitch, I actually texted you on Friday to see if you were gonna be there, but judging by your area code, yeah, you're much south. You're much more south than I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go to the upper panhandle of it, to Navarre, Pensacola, Orange Beach area. CANF. Okay. Yeah, CANF looks good. So let's look at this watch list. First, I'm going to go over the news. I'm going to look at NNDM first because I think that's the best. It has the most volume in this market. So let's see. Alright, so NNDM is up after they became a certified vendor for the U.S. Department of Defense. So NNDM is up on that pretty good news. Let me see. Yeah, it's up 88%. It's a 3D printing company. But yeah, it stated in a news release that it became a certified vendor for the U.S. Department of Defense. That ultimately means it can do business with the U.S. government. And it also said it sold a Dragonfly, its second Dragonfly 2020 Pro 3D printer to a defense contractor. And so some good news with NNDM. It partnered with the Department of Defense, and it sold another one of its 3D printers. So good news for NNDM. Moving on to GNW. Appreciate it, Chad. Thanks, bro. I was about to just respond in the chat, but I forgot I could actually talk to you guys. Hey, appreciate that, Chad, man. Welcome, man. Yeah, to get you should be contacted by like an account manager within the next day or so. And yeah, welcome, man. That's awesome. Appreciate you going through that link. But I mean, it's a good deal. Usually you have to wait for some type of holiday to get like 10% off or 20% off. And my link allows you to get 10% off all year round. So it's a good deal for sure. Alright, so moving on. Now I'm checking out GNW. I think this one looks like some type of acquisition or maybe a split. Alright, so yeah, GNW is up after the U.S. Security Panel approved them for an acquisition of the U.S. insurer. Alright, so they agreed in October 2016 to pay $270 billion in cash. Alright, so yeah, this seems like an acquisition, or at least news or rumors of an acquisition on GNW. We'll keep an eye on it anyway. It's up a ton. The next one, which is probably my second favorite one. What's up, James? Good morning, bro. Welcome, man. Yeah, Chad, the way it works is like, I think I explained it to you in the comments of that video, but like the way it works is, like what I always told him, since I have a decent amount of experience as a trader, I'm not brand new. Whenever my account manager contacted me, I just told him, you got to make sure you sign those 2 contracts. You got to sign the TEFs and the TradeNet contracts before they'll give you your funded account. But if you've already done that, all you have to do is just request it from your account manager, and they should email you your login information within a day or two. They have to wait for TEFs, which is a second company. They're the ones who run the funded account. They have to wait for them to send it to them. So just request it if you want it soon, All right, so my second favorite one, like I said, is RCON. Alright, so basically they announced a strategic cooperation agreement between JD Finance and the Future Gas Station Company to promote online gas station payments, which is interesting. It must be like an e-pay thing, kind of like Apple Pay, but for gas stations maybe. Alright, so yeah, RCON indirectly owns 8% of Future Gas Station, which is a Beijing company. And they entered into an agreement with JD Finance to establish an info communications mechanism and basically a long-term relationship. JD Finance is China's largest online direct sales company. And it basically allows them to pay for their gas via an app. So they can use an app to pay for their gas. So RCON is up a decent amount on that news. Money Monday. Money, 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 money. Alright. IBIO7. Almost guaranteed this is a split, but I'll look at it. Yeah, I can't trade it either on TradeNet. If you watch the video I put out this weekend, it's very rare that I can trade stocks under $2 or $3. RCON I can trade, it's at 201 now. So usually the stocks that are under $2 or around $2 that I can trade on TradeNet are big former runners, like Seadrill is one I can trade on TradeNet. And you can see Seadrill is at 42 cents. DPW at 66 cents. Same thing, a big former runner, but I can trade it because it used to be much higher. MARA, kind of same thing, $1.27. So the big runners that usually spike a second time are the cheaper stocks that are tradable. Good morning, Sean. All right, so moving on. Let's see. I got a much bigger watch list. AXON still looking good. I'm assuming this one doesn't have any new news out on it, but you can see AXON spiking some in pre up to 511, went all the way up to 535. OCC, but I can't trade it, is at 385, gapping up some. OPGN went all the way to 293 and then back down to 263, almost where it closed at. Let's see if it has anything else on it. Yeah, this one doesn't really have any new news out on it. PFIE. This one looks somewhat interesting. Let me see if this one has any news out. Not really. PFIE doesn't really have anything news, at least not that I see. Moving on to NETE. This one's a former runner. It's gapping up about 40 cents now. I believe this is a blockchain related stock. Nothing out on NETE either. Maybe it's just blockchains are moving. I'm not sure. SENS is gapping up some. SENS looks decent. Nothing that I can really see for SENS either. TPIV. TPIV was a huge runner on Friday. I don't think I can trade this one on TradeNet. Let me see. I'm gonna have to go back to look on Friday of this stock. All right, so it's a private placement led by NEA, which stands for New Enterprise Associates, with Asling Capital participating, Perceptive Advisors participating, and a few other ones. It also issued warrants to buy at 13.1 million shares with a $5 exercise price, and the proceeds will be used to advance their novel T-cell therapy. And so that's why this one's ultimately up. It's up a huge amount though, TPIV. Let's see if I can trade it. It's doubtful though. Oh, I can trade it. See, this is the good thing about TradeNet. TPIV wasn't tradable on Friday, but since it made this crazy move and everybody was kind of watching TPIV, now I can trade it. And I mean, it's gapping down technically, but it's up so much already. I'm definitely watching it for a potential short. Let's see if I can trade any of these other stocks. Good morning, Best. Jeremy. All right, let me catch back up with the chat. Good morning, Sean, Tiny. Good morning, happy Monday. Track Racer, happy Monday, bro. Jeremy. Yeah, we'll see what TPIV can do today. James, good morning. Adi. I don't know. Let me think about it, Adi. The reason being is because I have a Discord channel too. I don't use it as much. I guess if you want to, Adi, you can. Thank you for at least asking me, though. I appreciate you asking me about it. The only reason I'm allowing you to do it is because you asked first. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can go ahead. Everybody go check out Adi Ola's Discord channel. Power Zone NCANF. It's not tradable for me, unfortunately. Good morning, John. NNDM, yeah, for sure. That's the biggest watch. I mean, I can't trade it, unfortunately, but it's my biggest watch. Carl, good morning. Yeah, it's Monday, bro. Good morning, Anna. Offering for I. I's been going crazy the last few weeks. Wow. Big drop. Yeah, public offering, I'm guessing. Or like you said. RFIL, Salty. Good morning, bro. Yeah, RFIL looks good. I don't think I can trade this one. No, unfortunately. That's a bummer. I kind of like RFIL's chart. RSYS. Small gap. No volume, though. Yeah, definitely watching AXONJ. AEMD7. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Need some more volume, though. Can't trade it either. Unfortunately, it's under $2. SNES. Yeah, look at SNES spike. I know I can trade this one. So, it's 166. So, yeah, I'm going to watch this one. BIOC 7. Yeah, it spiked some. Needs some more volume, though. SYNA. Yeah, a lot of volume and activity for this one on Friday. Look at those crazy moves. I don't know if I like it, though. It's just kind of sketchy, you know. Good morning, Eric C. Marcel, good morning. JCP, JCPenney. VKTX. Yeah, VKTX has been pretty crazy the last few days. You know, it did that exact pattern that I like, though, that I went over this weekend, so looks interesting. JCP, JCPenney. Yeah, it's at 282 now. Definitely a high float stock, though. Alright, so yeah, we got a decent amount of movers. Mondays are usually pretty decent. Good morning, Baron. What's up, man? Good morning, bro. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I'm on my small. I'm gonna be on vacation for the next 2 weeks or so, and so I'm on my small laptop. It's my I mean, it's not small. It's actually a bigger laptop. It's an Asus laptop, but I miss my desktop and my 2 monitors at home. Yeah, VKTX has been moving a lot the last few days or so. Really nice pattern here. You see, this is kind of the pattern I'm going to be looking for today. Drop, bounce, get in going short after a bounce. That's kind of the plan. Well, hopefully that works out. It's just a good risk reward setup. That's what I'm going to be trying to focus on today more. I really thought about it, Atheon, but the problem is that I mean, I guess I could have brought another monitor with me. You know, we came here in a truck, though. Our truck was pretty full. IQ Baron. Let me check it out. Yeah, look at IQ. That one looks good too, man. Look at this move. A lot of activity. Let me look this one up. Alright, so yeah, IQ is referred to as the Netflix of China. And so it's up a decent amount. I'm going to be paying attention to this just because it has really nice volume. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm in a hotel right now, so I gotta make sure my wife's gonna go get breakfast for the kids. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't traded IQ that much. It looks interesting, though. It's moving a lot, gapping up some. So this is like the, it's similar to Netflix, but look at this move, man. It's up, you know, over 100% in the last few months since it went public. Went public in March, late March, and it's up over 100% since then. So really bullish trend on this one. We'll see what happens to it. But yeah, biggest watch that I can actually trade is probably RCON. Riding the VWAP really closely, it's up, you know, a pretty big amount here, up about 75%, and so definitely watching RCON. I'm going to keep an eye on G&W VKTX as well, but I got to manage it because I only have one monitor today. I actually did have a winning trade on Friday. Very small winning trade, but I had a winning trade on, what was it? It was like a $6 or $7 winning trade, but I broke the red streak on Friday. Luckily, it was about time too, man. Last week was brutal. Market's always changing. I talked to insurance in one of the comments of my videos. The market's always changing, and so losing weeks kind of make you focus a little bit more on improving your game. But yeah, the VWAP is slowly becoming one of my favorite indicators. Archon. Yeah, definitely. I'm more short biased with Archon for sure. It's up 75%, so pretty extended. Let's look at the daily. Let's see. So it is up to wait, no, it's up to here. And I mean, it's got some room until the 220s, at least on the yearly chart, on the daily chart in the past year. It's got some room to 226 if it can break over 207. You know, like it has some resistance here. Like if you zoom in here, yeah, it's got some resistance in the anywhere from 220 to 250, but it needs to get over this resistance right here. Like if you zoom in, you can see there may be a little bit of resistance here at about 212. But we'll see. Still looks interesting. Definitely short bias with it, although it is a former supernova, so gonna see what happens with it. Right, appreciate that, Salty. Yeah, I made some money on HEAR on Friday. The really terrible thing about it, though, is that I shorted it from 21.40 to 21.20 and made like 20 cents. And right after I exited HEAR, it dropped from 21.20 down to like 20.50. Or maybe lower than that. It dropped down to like $20 after that. So I was like super bummed out about it. I took a 20-cent gain when it could have been a dollar gain a share. Like, look, yeah, this is the move. I got in here at 21.40. I think my entry was a little bit worse than that, actually. It was probably like 21.35 or something. I got in here right around this top, and then I got out here. So a very small move. And look at this drop after that. It went all the way down to 20.25. So took a 20-cent gain when I could have taken a $2 gain or a $1.30 gain. But hey, I took a small gain. That's all that matters, I guess. Yeah, SNES is another one I'm watching. Spiking for sure. These are my 4 biggest watches: TPIV, NNDM, SNES, and RCON. Good morning, NYC. Long time no see in the stream. RCON is back up over 2, bouncing off the VWAP again. So riding it pretty strong there. Let's see what the SPY's doing today. SPY is up a small amount. Friday, the SPY pushed up decent. So hopefully I can do a little bit better this week. Last week was tough. Morning, James. Yeah, NNDM looks decent. I can't trade it on TradeNet, unfortunately. But it looks okay. I'm just going to stick to these 3 that I can trade, which is SNES, RCON, and TPIV. And of course, I'm going to keep watching to see if I can see anything else that's moving. Yeah, RFIL I can't trade either. But it looks good. Unfortunately, it used to be tradable, I remember, but they took this one off. But, I mean, I could trade these 3. Those are decent enough for me. Big spikes there. So we got 10 minutes. Yeah, today after the stream, I gotta pack up and drive 5 hours to Florida. Yeah, fam. Yeah, I've tried to size up. I kind of have the same kind of pattern there. One thing that I really do, I mean, I think I have good trade ideas as well, and I appreciate the support and everything. But I think that a lot of times I have trouble pulling the trigger on those good trade ideas. A lot of times I'll jump in bad trades, and on the good trades that I get correctly, I'll be too scared to get into it, you know? Yeah, for sure. I mean, NNDM is probably the biggest mover this morning, maybe aside from RCON. They're both very similar. Um, but, I mean, I can't trade it anyway. So, you know, I can't trade NNDM regardless of what happens. So, I won't be able to do anything with that. But I do like SNES here. Nice little volume spike, gapping up from 135 to 178, riding the VWAP. Same thing with RCON. TPIV gapping down 40 cents, but it's still up, 90% or so. And so, huge move on TPIV Friday. We'll see what this one does today. Maybe looking at it for a short. OCC. I don't think so. I think I checked this one. No, OCC is not tradable. A lot of times, like the lower float stocks, I mean, a lot of low float stocks like RCON, TPIV, SNES, like these are all tradable and they're low floaters, but the really low floats, like the ones that have never really moved before, those usually aren't tradable. If it's their first move, a lot of times they're not. Alright, yeah, I'm down to do that, Mitch. I still got to get with Atheon. Atheon and I have been talking, and Atheon and I are going to start, we're going to do a little experiment with Camarillo points. And to do that, we still got to find the time to do it, but we're going to be doing that experiment hopefully sometime within the next few days. We were supposed to do it yesterday, but I drove all day yesterday, and by the time I got to my hotel, I was just beat, so I still really want to do it though with those Camarillo points. They look really interesting. So we're going to be doing an experiment on that. I might either stream it or record it and then upload the video of Atheon and I's experiment with Camarillo points. GNW. Yeah, GNW, I mean, I think it's news of an acquisition, but I mean, it could still move. We'll see. Alright, so RCON testing this VWAP level. It doesn't really bother me if it breaks under it because I'm more short biased with this one anyway. But watching it, SNES having a decent pullback as well to 173, right around the VWAP point. Yeah, I checked RFIL, Atheon. It's not tradable, but FDC. I'm sure FDC is probably tradable. Yeah, FDC is tradable. And PCG. Yeah, I was watching PCG earlier. I think this one's tradable as well. Let me check the news on PCG. Alright, so PCG is gapping down. Alright, so PCG, get this guys, PCG is down because they found out that their probes sparked the California wildfires. So PCG is ultimately to blame in a way for those wildfires. It's a utility company, and it said that they ignited some of the deadliest and most destructive wildfires that tore through California in October. That's rough, man. So they're down. We'll see what happens with them today, but man, that's some pretty sick news for that one. Yeah, I mean, I generally do mental stops like I don't like to do actual stop losses that I set or stop triggers, because market makers will you know proactively try to stop you out if they see your stop orders in the order book, and so I just set mental stops. Yeah, that's crazy with PCG, man. They found out that they're to blame for the California wildfires last year. So definitely not good news, and it's showing it in this market. It's down from 41.45 to 38.06. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. Yeah, I like I said, I set mental stops. I don't set hard stops just for that reason. Another reason is because a stock can go, like a lot of times if you set a stop, and this has happened to me before. It's probably from the market makers, but a stock can go and just tap my stop loss and then come right back down. It might get 1 or 2 cents over my stop loss and then drop, and so I still like to kind of have that uh, decision making power to be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna let this one work a little while longer, even though it may be detrimental. Yeah, SNES. Yeah, we talked about this one. Gapping up from 141 to 171 looks interesting. All right, guys. Market opens up in about 3 minutes. Like I said, these are my 4 biggest watches this morning. NNDM was a big watch too, but I can't trade it. But these are my 4 biggest watches that I can trade on TradeNet. 2 of them are around $2. One of them's at $8.57. The other one's a more expensive $38 stock. But man, I'm curious to see where PCG goes, so I'm for sure watching it. Yeah, PCG bounced to the VWAP and then dropped right back down to 38. We'll see what happens with it. We got 2 minutes, guys. Oh, man. Oh, Sins. Yeah, I don't think I can trade Sins. Yeah, it's not tradable, unfortunately. PCG was the one that started the fires, right? Yeah, PCG. Alright, so RCON breaking under that VWAP area. It's at 189 now. We got a minute and a half, guys. Also, this week I'm going to start doing trade recaps after my stream. I don't think I'll be able to do it today because I'm going to be on the road, but once I get to Florida, I'm going to be doing trade recaps every day after the stream. IZEA-NYC. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Gapping up some. This one used to be tradable. Let's see if it still is. Yeah, IZEA is tradable. It's $1.35. Alright, guys. Less than a minute. I know, that's how I remember it, Atheon, is that it reminds me of a Super Nintendo. But yeah, I always kind of remember SNES because of that. I'm right there with you. Alright, guys. 30 seconds. Alright, so today, guys, it's all about good risk reward. I have to focus on good risk reward setups, and as long as it's a viable strategy, I should be okay. I can't just jump in. I gotta wait for good risk reward setups and focus on that. So market's opening up in 5 seconds, so good luck, everyone. Alright, there's the open. SNES down to 157, RCON at 181, PCG rebounding some, testing the VWAP at 38.42. Wait, what's going on with my trade net? Uh-oh. There we go. I don't know what happened with it. There we go. Alright, so RCON at 179 now. SNES bouncing back, trying to test that VWAP point. TPIV is not moving as much as I thought it would right now. It's just not moving at all. It's at 869. IQ dropping down under the VWAP, trying to hold it as support now. PCG dropping down. PCG looks really interesting if it breaks these lows of the day. It's probably going to be a little bit too early if it breaks it now, but it looks really interesting here. IQ rebounding some. RCON trying. Here's a washout long on IQ. Just broke over 34.50. IQ up to 34.85. RCON kind of consolidating around the 190 point. And PCG, you know, I'm really considering getting in at this low of the day break if it does break that, but ultimately I may think it's a little bit too early. Try to wait a little while, let it kind of cool down a little bit. Alright, IQ after that washout long, it's up to 35 now. I know there's a big run. See, washout longs are one of my favorite setups. A lot of times the biggest problem with them is that the spread's pretty bad when they do break. But one of my favorite setups here, up from 34.50 all the way to 35.25. NNDM running up some. Can't trade this one unfortunately, but it is up pretty big. PCG rebounding some. VKTX, TPIV. Yeah, VKTX is starting to crash. See how RCON acts here. Alright, drop down to 175 on RCON. Down to 174. A little spready for a cheap stock. TPIV may be breaking under these lows at 850. Let's see, APTO. APTO starting to run here. You see APTO up to 425. not tradable. And today's bad with these not tradable stocks. CORV starting to run some. Alright, so here goes RCON's break under these lows here. VKTX bouncing all the way back to the high of the day. Here goes RCON. Gonna look for a bounce in RCON. Maybe up to this 184 level. Kind of the same thing with TPIV. Maybe look for a small bounce here. Up to 850. See if it gives us that bounce for RCON and TPIV. Need a bigger bounce than this. Biggest watches right now are TPIV and RCON. Although I wanted a better bounce from TPIV. I don't know if I like it now. It's got some support at 811, basically right around 8. I'm going to go ahead and get in RCON here with 100 shares. Set a stop loss right around this 177 level. There's a drop in it. The spread's still kind of bad though. Man, look at TPIV fall. This thing is just washing out strong here under that previous support it had at 811. And OPGN breaking under those lows here. We'll see how this one responds to all this support at 250. But man, look at TPIV. Just didn't give me enough of an entry for me to really like it. Looking for the breakdown in RCO in here. It's down to 166. Seems to be finding a decent amount of support here though. Alright, so here's these lows. I feel pretty comfortable in this trade at this point. Because if it does push up, I have a little bit of room to get out for a small loss if it does bounce back quickly. And so I'm much more comfortable in this trade now. Let's even crack under these lows here. There's the crack. Let's see if we can keep going some. Spread still at 164. I want to see that spread get a little bit better. Alright, so I got out for a $7 profit on RCON. I'll take it, small gain, but stuck to my plan that I kind of went over in that video I made this weekend. Maybe could have held it a little bit longer. I think it's going to bounce here though, so just get out for a small scalp. And yeah, I'll take that. But man, look at TPIV just dropping down big. Yeah, Mitch, it just didn't really give us that entry, man. TPIV was a really nice drop under those lows, but with no entry, like you said, I want to see a bounce back to the VWAP on TPIV, and it just didn't give us that. And so I don't want to just blindly jump in. I think that was the problem I had last week. But man, look at RCON continuing here. Maybe I should have had a little bit more patience with it, but got out for a small gain. What's up, Ant? Good morning, bro. All right, Tiny, have a good day, man. Or have a good day. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. There's the bounce to the VWAP on TPIV. So it's getting a little spready though. Alright, so VKTX here. This is kind of one of those bounces to the VWAP that I was talking about. I really wish I would have noticed this earlier. Look at VKTX. If anybody watched that video I put out this weekend, this is a picture perfect example of what I was talking about. You know, RCON was a decent example, but this is a better example. So you can see VKTX here. The lows were right around this 965 level. It dropped right around those lows, tested it, bounced right back to the VWAP at 976, and then bounced all the way back down to 965. So that way, even if it does break this VWAP point, you know, it's a good risk-reward setup. Wow. And as I'm saying that, look at this move on VKTX. Crazy. Glad I didn't take it now, because that looked like a picture-perfect example. But, man, this thing just skyrocketed back. Sheesh, man. Glad I didn't take that. It was a good example of what I'm really ultimately going to look for. But man, it found some support at those lows. This is rare though that a stock acts like that. Glad I got an RCON instead, but man, crazy move. I'll keep watching it, but I don't like that move right there. BLPH up to 270. I guess I could have held RCON a little while longer. I mean, it was a good example of what I look for with those overextended shorts, but man. BTGN's another one I'm watching. It's testing the VWAP now. Gonna watch it pretty closely. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, so there's the bounce to the VWAP on TPIV. But man, VKTX, that was surprising, this move here. Kind of an unpredictable setup though. Very sideways choppiness. TPIV's doing just, you know, TPIV's another good example. A bounce back to the VWAP down to 805. Mitch, did you get in TPIV? And SNES looking interesting as well. Got one TPIV. SNES dropping under 165. SENS. SENS dropping down to 381. Man, these are confusing. There's SNES and then there's SNES. Sounds the same when I say it with my country accent though. DERM. This one's a former runner. I remember DERM. Yeah, look at Derm. Up to 1060. Big move. Up to 1015 on Derm. AXON. Yeah, AXONs, there's that setup. Pulling back to the VWAP. Yeah, track racer. Yeah, for sure. NNDM. Yeah, it's testing VWAP. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a... Here's the thing. So risk on AXON would be right around this VWAP at 5 or 502 if you want to be safe. And reward would be down to about 486. So it'd still be... It's about 1-to-1 risk reward now. It would have to get a little bit higher. Now it's better. It's about 1.5 to 1 reward risk ratio. Hey, hold on. Hey. Hey, get me waffles and butter and fruit. Thank you.
You don't want any like eggs or like sausage?
Yeah, give me eggs too if they have some. Just give me a little bit of everything. Alright, thank you. Sorry. My wife's going to get breakfast. Yeah, so I actually like my exit with RCO in here. I got out at about 162. I mean, that's right around here. Not too bad. Took a 7-cent move. Maybe could have used a bigger sizing with it. IQ was up, Baron. I'm surprised you even want to mess with VKTX after that crazy move, Mitch. Look at this crazy move. This is just unpredictable right now, at least in my opinion. You can see spike, big spike, crazy move, big gap down right here, like a huge gap down when it didn't even get halted. So I just don't like VKTX. But hey, every trader's different, you know. There's AXON down to 490. Track racer. Yeah, I'll mail it to you, track racer. Right, for sure. I love waffles. Yeah, I love pancakes and waffles. My gamer tag on Xbox is Mr. Pancakes Man. You know. Alright, so VKTX, we'll see how this one acts here. I'm very skeptical of it just because it hit this low right here and then it bounced all the way back to 10. So crazy move there. Yeah, NNDM's not tradable, Brian. Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually trying to gain weight, centers. Like, I'm 5'11", 180, but I still want to get a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to gain weight. I'm in kind of a weight gaining stage. Alright, so there goes NNDM. I mean, I can't trade it, but it's down to 960. Yeah, that's my screen name. Or that's my gamer tag on Xbox, Mr. Pancakes Man. Alright, so AXON here, bouncing back to the 490s, kind of choppy. NNDM trying to crack under the VWAP. I can't trade this one though. What did SNES end up doing? SNES is just going sideways today. What about Derm? Somebody brought Derm up. Having a little pullback here around the $10 point. We'll see if it can hold over 10. If it cracks underneath 10, you know, maybe a good short down to the VWAP. And as I'm saying that, there it goes down to 989. VWAP is at 984, so I'm a psychic there. I predicted that one. Yeah, sometimes, Brian. Like, for instance, TPI, not usually as the day goes on. Usually they'll add it overnight. So, like, the best example of this is TPIV. I believe TPIV was not tradable on Friday. This wasn't tradable, but they added it because it had such big volume. So they actually added it, and now TPIV is tradable. So they do add stocks. Another good example of it was DPW when it went on this crazy move a few months ago. They added DPW and MARA, so a lot of they'll add stocks that have big volume that people want to trade, so they do add them sometimes. But you know, a lot of times they don't, and so I wouldn't specifically get your hopes up about that, you know. So go Baron. Alright, so AXON bouncing all the way back to this VWAP point. Yeah, no worries, Brian. VKTX. There's the crack. Yeah, I don't like that spike either. On AXON. Let's see. Alright, so let me look to see if I can see anything else that's moving. We've been watching the same stocks for a while. PFIE. PFIE slowly starting to creep up. The high of pre-market is $5. REVE steady climb. ARTX has been spiking some, riding that VWAP point. OPGN a little choppy. If you were looking for shorts, MBVX maybe under 1. PFSW gap down some. VTGN breaking under 150. Kind of curious to see how it acts right here at this closing price at right around 150, 145. Yeah, hey, I hope VKTX works out for you, Mitch. This push right here just scared the heck out of me. You can see this move right here drop down to these lows, so it was effectively at the low of the day, and then this thing just bounced all the way to 10 and then came right back down. But that's a scary bounce for me, at least. WWR 50-cent stock, 60-cent stock, trying to break these highs of the day. Very doubtful this one's tradable though. Yeah, it's not tradable. CORV. I know somebody brought this one up earlier. It's at 320. High of the day is at 340. Riding that VWAP at $3. It's not tradable, unfortunately. It closed yesterday around 2, so most of the time those cheaper stocks aren't tradable. We'll see what AXON does here. It's sitting right around the VWAP, kind of teetering right back and forth between the VWAP. CORV pulling back here to 315. And here's a bounce on VKTX. The 950 level, the $half area is right underneath it, so that's scaring me away from it though. XNET. Man, I haven't seen XNET in a while. This used to be a huge runner. But man, look at XNET. Had this really nice flag breakout right here. We'll see if it can hold support over that though. VKTX bouncing back. TEUM. TEUM is up to 242. This one used to be tradable. They might have taken it off. Oh no, so TEUM still tradable. TEUM starting to kind of push towards this pre-market high at 245, and then of course it has the $half at 250 above it. So we'll see what TEUM can do here today. VKTX. I mean, it looks like a good setup. Like I said, though, after this big push right here, it just kind of scared me out. You can see in 1 minute, it went from basically 10. It went from 960 to 10 in less than a minute, and then back down. So, kind of sketchy. RCON dropping down. Now it's at 156 now. The lows of the day on RCON are at 155. So it's getting pretty close to that level after consolidating and going sideways for a few minutes. Yeah, see, look, there's the bounce on VKTX. This is exactly what I was talking about. Very, very scary bounce here. And it seems like it just comes out of nowhere. But yeah, see, another bounce from 955 to 989 in like 10 seconds. So very scary bounce for VKTX. After it did that on this little second flag here, it kind of made me not want to trade it. Definitely made me hesitant of it. AG, higher float stock, slowly grinding up today. It's at 760. What did PCG end up doing today? This thing ended up rebounding. AXON dropping down to 490s. DERM's dropped back down to the VWAP at 987. It's cracking underneath it now. TEUM is at 242 now. We'll see if this one can push. It's just a slow mover though. That's rough, Sonic. What happened, bro? If you're being serious, man. Yeah, LONE maybe over 778. TPIV. Yeah, TPIV had that nice push to the VWAP. It's down to 815 now. Gonna have to use a little bit bigger sizing. I mean, I took a small gain. I'll take the gain, especially after last week, but gotta use a little bit bigger sizing. Yeah, the only problem with VKTX is the spread's kind of crazy. It's a 5-cent spread. TRXC Baron. Yeah, I'm starting to like the VWAP more and more. You know, I didn't use the VWAP for the last few months, but the VWAP is slowly becoming one of my favorite indicators. It's just a massive support and resistance line. You know, I think it's more powerful than most other ones. So I'm definitely liking the VWAP lately. Yeah, TRXC, I mean, it's going sideways, but it had a nice little gap yesterday and today. It's a little high though, maybe extended. SPY starting to fall. Oh yeah, the SPY is dropping. At 278.30 points, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be kind of the important level with this one. That's right around the low on the SPY. PAR starting to just kind of run up. Looks like a low floater, but PAR is starting to move. It's from 14 to 15.35 so far today. VLRX. VLRX tried to make a small move there. AETI. This was a runner last week. It's up to 160. Broke the high of the day. AETI. Starting to run. It's up to 160. 161. ECYT's been making a nice little run today as well. It's up from about 1360 to 1490, basically 5. AXON continues to test that $half level, or that whole dollar of 5. We'll see how TPIV responds to this whole dollar of 8 level. Yeah, I know somebody brought up LONE earlier as well. It ended up breaking that high of the day at 780, got up to 795. CWBR. PULM breaking the high of the day. It's a cheaper penny stock. It's up to 66 cents. If you can trade these cheaper stocks, PULM. Running up some. It's at kind of the crucial point for PLUM, bouncing off of that previous resistance. ATI eventually went up to 167. This one's starting to go on a small little run here. VWAP's at 155. So you do have an obvious risk level going long on that one. TPIV is just kind of going sideways. It's at 814 now. AXON continues to get rejected at 5. We'll see if it can break eventually. GALT is up to right around the high of the day. The high of the day is at 650, 649, and it's at 650 now. Trying to break, drop down to 648 now. It's not tradable either. Man, last week was good. We had a lot of stocks that were tradable. This week is just tough. Not too many. BILI starting to wash here. It's down to 1750s. CHK. But yeah, look at BILI breaking under these lows here. It's down to 497. Surfing says, how do you get all these stocks that are moving? I have a trade idea scanner. And so last month I unsubscribed, or I backed out of it last month, but I already resubscribed to it this month. So yeah, I have a trade idea scanner that I use. But yeah, CHK making another strong push. I mean, it's only a 20-cent move today, but that's a big move for this stock because it's a higher float stock. Alright, so yeah, look at BILI here. This looks interesting. Break under the lows, bounce back to those previous support level. See if it can hold as resistance. AXON trying to get over 5 again, right around the VWAP point. It's been struggling too ever since, but who knows what this one will do now. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. I still got to make a drive to Florida today. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down now. Mitch, you streaming today? Yeah, that's cool, Salty. I mean, if it'll let you post it, I don't even know if it'll let you post it. Yeah, for sure. I actually Track Racer. Yeah, no worries, man. I actually agree with you. Like I've said it before about trade ideas, and like while I think it's a good scanner, I know you can find people that stream their trade idea scanner on YouTube every morning. Like some people they don't stream them actually trading, but they stream just their trade idea scanners. I know one's called like Aaron World or something like that, Aaron World, and he streams his trade idea scanner live throughout the entire market day every day. So I know there's that. But yeah, no, I actually agree. I think Trade Ideas is a good scanner, but it's $100 a month. A lot of times traders don't have that to trade with. And so, you know, you can definitely find stocks that are moving for free without paying $100 a month is all I'm saying. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it down now. Everybody go check out Mitch's channel. He should be live streaming now. Him trading on Trade Ideas or on TradeNet. So go check out his channel now. I'll post the link. Oh yeah, no, for sure, Track Racer. I completely understand, man. No judgment here, dude. I'm all for traders saving money, and I know you don't necessarily need to, you know, no offense to Trade Ideas either, but I know you can find stocks that are moving without Trade Ideas as well. But it's a good, you know, it's a good scanner, but it's $100 a month, so it's all about whether you have the money for it. But if not, there's lots of ways to find stocks that are moving. Let me see, Salty. Yeah, I don't know how to make it so that you can post the link. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. Yeah, just search on YouTube. There's a lot of ways to... there's a lot of tutorials on how to set up a Thinkorswim high of the day scanner for free. So just go check that out. Everybody go check out Mitch's stream. He should be streaming now. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I day trade live every weekday morning from about 8:45 a.m. until about 10:30, 10:15, 10:30 market time. So make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see that. Small green day, but it's a green day, and I'll definitely take it. I'm happy with that. And hopefully I can keep it going for the rest of the week. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you want to do me a favor and if you appreciate this content, hit the like button right now in this video. So if everybody could click the like button right now, I really appreciate it if you do, and it helps support us while I grovel for likes on this stream. So yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I got a long drive for the rest of the day, so hopefully I make it there safe, and I'll see you all on Tuesday, tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate all the support. Here you go, NYC. It's right here. Later, guys.